This week in Doctor Who, the Doctor commits war crimes. 2. America gets their revenge on the British. The Doctor's son becomes the Doctor. And the Stig appears. This and more in Mad Men with a Box. Hello and welcome back to Mad Men with a Box. I'm Oz Chris. I'm joined as always with my good pals, Professor Pixel and Jimmy, #1 Mark Gators fan in the world. Credible source, trust us. But we have a special guest for this special episode. Pixel.
Wait.
Jimmy, what?
Before we bring him on, I wanted to bring him on not only because I've been on his stream once, and this is the cool part about it. So I've had a spat with Dan Slott to where he bullied me and tried to get me canceled. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But this guy went into my DMs not to crap on me or say, "Hey, you want to come on and talk about it?" No, he realized that I'm probably getting drained by all this crap, and he saw my Twitter and he said, "Oh, this guy's a big fan of Doctor Who, so I'll bring him on, get his mind just off of that, and we'll just talk Doctor Who for an hour." And you know what? It was one of the best times of my life. He was the one who got me into Big Finish, is what we're doing now. So, with that being said, let's bring on a friend, Svi Lebedkin.
Hello! Oh, well, okay, you got my first name nearly right, okay? The second one, not so great, but it's okay. It's okay. How you doing? Listen, I'm glad I gave you a good time, baby. Not that many people say that about me. And I'm happy to be a special guest. I think I'm special in the same way the Olympics are special, but okay, it's all good, baby.
We were all getting participation awards today.
Exactly.
We are all winners.
Yes. Oh, I tell you what, 15, 20 years ago, I saw that happen. I said, that's gonna work out badly. It's just after my kids were too old for participation trophies. I saw all these young parents. By the way, if none of you have kids, you should know. Way more annoying than young kids is parents of young kids. They are so clueless.
My brother just became a father, so I am now an uncle. My brother just had his first kid.
Very nice.
And
there you go.
I can agree with that. Yes, he is very annoying now. So in return,
they're more okay. They're way more annoying if you've gone through it in front of them, right? Okay, here's the thing: you got to get to the age of about 45 before you realize people older than you generally are smarter. Right? It's just I now look at people who are 60 and go, "Oh, they've probably done some stuff that I haven't." Right? They've got.
I've always hung out with older people my whole life. I connect more with older people than I do people my own age. It explains why I feel like an outcast.
Well, dude, your generation, and no insult to anybody here. Your generation's got off there, and I can't believe I'm sounding exactly like my granddad. Your generation has got off the rails in a way that nobody. No, really? A penis isn't masculine anymore? That's weird, right?
Yes, welcome to the show, our special guest. But before we get into our main topic, this week in Doctor Who, Jimmy, as always, your source for content. What did you bring to us?
Yes. We actually have quite a bit to talk about this week. One was brought to us by, I'm not even going to try his name anymore. By him.
Svi! It's not hard. S-V is spelled T-Z-V-I. That's hard, right? Imagine it's spelled S-V-E-E. Svi. There you go.
See? Got that right.
Listen, I have to tell you, I do apologize that when you get your Jewish name, right, when you're 8 days old at the circumcision, the Brit Milah, right? So my grandfather goes to my father, says, "Can you name the kid after me, after my father?" Right? And my dad, my English name is Matthew, right? So it said his name was Svi. So I said, my dad said, "Sure." He's never going to use it. It'll never leave his mouth ever. And go 50 years later, it turns out I did pick it up.
So we got the breaking important Doctor Who news. The Daily Mirror in print. I'm guessing that's a magazine or something. Are reporting that the Abominable Snowman. Is it? I have no idea. Abominable Snowman will be the final missing episode animation as BBC America has pulled out of funding the range. So we are no longer getting the Abominable Snowman for the animation. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
No, we are getting it. We're not getting it.
Yeah, it's the last one. So they're not they're not adapting any more of the like lost or missing episodes.
So we're not getting Dalek Master Plan. They're not finishing off. They're all like
Dalek Master Plan.
Sorry.
They need to do Dalek Master Plan.
Okay, here's how they should do Dalek Master Plan. Right? Have you ever seen the that reconstruction the college kids did about a couple of years ago of Mission to the Unknown, where they filmed it exactly the way? Oh, it's incredible! It's on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible, right? Mission to Unknown is the prequel to Dalek Master Plan. It's and it's the episode without the Doctor in it, right? And so it's like a Dalek episode. And it's kind of a pilot for the Dalek TV show Terry Nation wanted to do. So it's one of the lost episodes. So a bunch of college kids reconstructed it. Like they made the sets exactly the same way, and they had Nick Briggs do the Dalek voices. And it was fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. So it's in black and white. What I think they should do, and I think Big Finish should do this. I think they should crowdsource a Dave Bradley and whoever that crew of the First Doctor, and they should just reshoot Marco Polo, right? And only do it on crowdsourcing. That's the only way you can get a copy. Then they can gift it to the BBC, which will they can then use it and sell it to BBC America, put it on DVDs, whatever, right? But firstly, it'll be funded in a heartbeat. Wouldn't you back that? I would back.
I would back that in a heartbeat. Marco Polo.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's the way I think they should go. But this, I think, is an indication of just how badly Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall have done. I mean, the general appreciation of Doctor Who, love of Doctor Who, is so low, especially in the States, that it's just
one season of RTD, and it'll be fine.
So
that's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking.
What I'm wondering is, isn't Grimace going to get cold there?
What?
Grimace, looks
like Grimace, the outline.
McDonald monster.
Oh my god.
I think it's a good idea replacing old monsters with McDonald monsters. I want to see Hamburglar instead of the Time Meddler, right? Wouldn't that be better? Time Meddler, but with Hamburglar. Who wouldn't want to see that?
I want to see a meddling monk Hamburglar crossover. That would be amazing.
Exactly.
Considering how many different incarnations of the monk have appeared in like Big Finish, you could just make one.
Dalek Universe series, which was David Tennant versus the Daleks, supposedly with special space. So basically in Dalek Master Plan era, right? And they marketed it heavily as that. Have a guess how many Dalek stories there were in the first two box sets?
3?
0. Absolute 0.
Yes. I'm looking at it now. It says none. It isn't until Universe 2 where there's Daleks.
No, not even there. They're fake Daleks in 2. You get in 3. You have Daleks, but like why the bait? Did you see the trailer they made for that, which was incredible?
No. We gotta move on. On. We do have a lot of news to get through.
I think this is a time to admit something. The Doctor Who animations, while it's great to recreate the works that obviously are lost, corrupted, and stuff, their animation style is ugly as hell.
It depends on the one.
Yeah. We do have a lot to get through. Next, we have something kind of hairy. Someone noticed how beautiful like the doctors look when they have beards, and if we could show that'd be great.
So here, Tom Baker, look at that. He's got the beard there. It doesn't really go with his hair though.
I don't like it.
It's the 70s, baby. That's was it Rasputin Tom Baker. He had a good bit
right there.
He literally did actually play Rasputin.
He did play.
Right. It's a great movie as well.
David Tennant. I mean, the guy's a hunk. The guy's beautiful. Look at him.
You know what? This is my moment. I hate him with facial hair. I just really do not like it.
Why did you say this is my moment? That was not a moment.
This is my moment. Listen, I've been waiting to complain about the David Tennant beard. It's just not good. Yes, I can tell the age is starting to get to his face a little bit. You can see marks right there, but he just does not need that beard.
And Paul McGann, another guy. Look at him. He's got the party in the front.
That's good.
It's party and the back. So he's got both. He got party in the front and the back. But
he's got a party head, okay?
He's got the formal on the top. So he's good. The next one is the best one. I think this is the best one.
Is that Jody?
Yes, it is.
I mean,
well, listen. She's if she is identifying as a man, she's as convincing as a man, as convincing as she is as a doctor. So,
ouch.
Yeah. So next topic we're going to be talking about. I've been reading Dante's Inferno. You know what I noticed? Did you guys notice Chris Chibnall kind of looks like Dante Alighieri?
Let's see a picture of the man we despise first. We could see him right here.
Sorry.
In his head, he's like, I've got the first draft. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Honestly,
right there.
Wouldn't you love a really honest interview with him? Like, so what were you thinking? Like, I would. Wouldn't you like to know? Like, okay, the rappers cool for. Like, what were you thinking?
Well, I'll tell you exactly. So we saw that,
right?
And then this is what Dante Alighieri looks like.
Oh yeah, same guy, and you never see them together, do you?
So here's the thing.
It's not like there's a huge difference in age. But yeah, you never seen.
Hey, Dante Alighieri got real quiet once Chris Chibnall took over. Okay, I'm just saying.
I do have to say this.
He has not written anything since Chibnall took over. So
not only has he not written anything, he hasn't tweeted. Okay, nothing on social media. I think they could be the same person. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I want to talk about.
Hasn't appeared in events. Hasn't appeared in public. He's probably not at his home.
You know what? I want to.
I think he's just. He's just hanging out in graveyards.
Pixel, speak.
Speak, Pixel. Go.
Listen, when you look at this man right here, that expression on his face is exactly the face that I've had many times watching Chris Chibnall's run of Doctor Who.
You know what's even great is like. Dante and Chris Chibnall did something like very quite similar. They redefined humans' perception of what hell is.
Yes.
So, I mean, they could be the same person.
All right, we're moving on because he won. Jimmy won.
Can you say that again? Just now. I'm sorry.
You got it once. That's more than enough, okay?
You know, Jimmy, when he's editing this, he's gonna clip that, and whenever he feels bad, he's gonna have that on repeat to himself.
It's gonna be his ringtone.
Jimmy won.
So everyone knows River Song is I'll be nice and say I'll just say it. She's a MILF, is what she is. She's pretty much just a MILF. But Google disagrees. Google believes Eric Roberts, Master,
is the MILF of Doctor Who.
I mean, have you heard him in Master? Like, I'd believe it.
Yeah, listen, if I had chosen this thing with Eric Roberts or what's his name, River Song, who plays River Song? Totally River Song.
Alex Kingston.
No, not even close. Not even close. Even though I did like Eric Roberts just turned up in the new season of Righteous Gemstones, and I do like him whenever I see him. Right, I would love to hear more of his Master.
Face is just so weird, man.
Yeah.
So, is this redefining the term MILF? Is it no longer Bob? I'd like to. It's now Master. I'd like to.
No, because it's Eric Roberts, and he's only made a physical appearance as the Master in the Doctor Who film. MILF is actually an acronym for Master in Le Film.
Le Film.
It could be Master of like 2 F. I think it could be that. That's what MILF is about. It's much less. Even though, again, if I'm gay, I think I'm going for Anthony Ainley. Right, because he's so freaky. Like, who else wears black velvet and nothing else? Okay, that's a fucking dude.
Hey guys, I'd go for Missy. What are we talking about for Masters? Jesus, guys.
Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. Good point.
Jimmy, don't you know dicks can be feminine now? So
yeah.
I'd go for the birthing person master. My bad.
Nah, Jimmy's more of a Jeffrey Beavers decayed master kind of guy.
Listen. Everybody's got their own thing, baby. Don't look down at anyone.
No judge.
Okay. And this one. We have two. Radio Times. Let's do some actual news. The Radio Times released an article talking about the Centenary Special, and the visual effects supervisor or whatever came out and said basically it is going to be spectacular. And
are they doing a CGI Jodie so she can act?
We can hope for the best, and if we're doing good acting from Jodie, I would say, hey, just keep her out, and she'd be great.
That's another interview. I would love to be inside her head when she makes these acting choices and go, why do you think that was a good idea? Like, really? Like, what makes you think that's Doctor Who?
I can give you her answer. Oh, I'm just doing an impression of Tennant and Smith.
She's always hunched over and then heavy breathing and doing this. Do something with her fucking hands.
I have to sonic everything because it's technology. Look, a rock. I'm gonna sonic the rock.
I'll admit that's a curse of this generation. The sonic is used all the time.
Man, remember when we destroyed?
I just pull out a sonic screwdriver and just start.
Remember when Peter Davidson was the Doctor? Man, those are some good times.
He's like, nope, I don't need it anymore.
That was a great decision of John Nathan Turner at the time. Blowing up the Sonic. They should have brought it back sooner. But that was a really I was there at the time. That's why I was watching it first run. What was it? Visitation. That was a really ballsy move, right? I really like that. He would do really good ideas and really awful ideas all at the same time. Lots of them.
Well, I can tell you
it's the balance
right now,
he has to.
It's like that's Tyndall. Why.
It's like Tyndall. He has good moments, then he has to counterbalance it with a shit.
I do not know one good moment. Actually, I will say this. I think even the Daleks had the laundry list of ingredients for it could have been put together as a watchable episode in the hands of a competent writer. Right, the rom-com, the time loop, the Daleks, the single location. That you give it a competent writer, you could have got a good story out of that.
I kind of like the episode.
I'll admit that in what's the middle one? Resolution.
Village? Oh, Resolution.
There's Resolution, Revolution of the Dalek, and then there's Eve of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Resolution, I believe that's the second one.
That's the first.
That's first? So it's Revolution.
Revolution's the second.
Okay,
the one with the
Revolution.
That's the second.
You had the crappy new, oh, look, we are the clone Daleks. Ha ha ha. When you had the original Daleks coming back and just destroying them, I had this big old grin on my face. And then using that second TARDIS that they stole and kept around for a while, using that to trap all the Daleks in and then have it implode, that was awesome. That was one moment.
I hated every moment of that. I hated every moment of that. Yeah, okay, firstly, how stupid a plan was that? We have these Daleks, right? These Earth-made Daleks that are going to destroy everything! No! What are we going to... Oh, I know. We're gonna call in the much, much, much more deadly Daleks to deal with them. And what's our plan to deal with them? We don't have one right now. I'm just working out the go.
That was stupid. Okay, but I was talking about them actually coming.
Right. And so now you've got the Daleks being insanely stupid. They can't tell a flickering image is a hologram, can they? But nothing is as bad as the Daleks in even the Daleks, where I think these Daleks were kind of like special Daleks. Daleks that are like on day release.
They have new weapons. They're literally special weapons.
Yeah, that's like their gun. Their special gun can't open a door. Like, it couldn't blow a hole. It wasn't a special sci-fi space door. No, it wasn't a special doggy spaceship door that can form into anything. And that's the most insane thing in the world. No, it was just a regular storage facility door. And the Dalek was shooting. Firstly, the Dalek couldn't work out how to get in. Said, I will wait out here. We know how to... No, just blow them up. What's wrong with you, right? From orbit.
To wait.
Which
actually,
ripped off from Walkers of Mars.
You know, there's a Big Finish audio drama that I was listening to, and I think it was actually the 4th installment in Dalek Empire.
Right.
And they have a very similar moment to that, and it's one of those things that I can just shrug off easy enough, because they're not just saying, "All right, I'll take my bolt and go home," but they're saying, "We're going to wait for you. You can prolong this."
No, but the difference is in Dalek Empire, right? It's written by Nick Briggs, and one understands Daleks. And when those Daleks wait, it's a strategic, clever idea. When this Dalek waits, it's because he's a doofus who doesn't like. Again, his gun, his special executioner gun, can't blow a hole in a regular Earth door. And if you think that she could have just sonicked the door and done, I got to put a full seal on it. No, because then he blew a hole in the door, and her first words were, you vanquished a normal Earth door. Yes, in about 25 minutes. I mean, how?
I mean, yeah, considering how powerful a single death ray from a gun stick is.
And they have the Gatling gun arms.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy. I got 2 things. One, I'm happy. I'm not gonna say his name again. Is here. It's Zvi.
Zvi.
It's
hard, what's that? I'm gonna put it in the private chat.
I'm happy Zvi is here, because it's like, man, I'm happy I'm not the only one who sees this shit, Pixel. And also, there's another thing about the Daleks you guys didn't talk about. Why the hell do they have a Gatling gun? They don't bring it up. It's just we changed it because we wanted to.
No, they said that's because they're the executioner Daleks, right? That they're a special execution Dalek squad. That was the but again, if they're a special Dalek
I don't think they actually. I don't think they bring it up in the actual episode.
No, you're right. It's outside material. You're right. You are right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's outside material says, these are executioner
also,
Daleks.
Real quick, also to go on with that, even if they were executioner Daleks, why do they need a Gatling gun? It doesn't make sense still.
Yeah.
Looking different. It's nice.
Because normal Daleks, when we kill, we use 1 beam, and that kills people pretty good. But when executioner Daleks kill 1 person, we want to make sure there's nothing left behind besides just random holes in someone. All right, so yes, this is something Pixel loves, and we want to support him because, let's be honest, can you imagine this beautiful human being playing his father, John Pertwee, as the 3rd Doctor in the Centenary special?
It'll be awesome. He was so good in Gotham, right? At first time he came in.
Yes.
He was also good. Was it him in Event Horizon as well?
He's in Event Horizon. Yeah,
I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah. So I listen. You put him in costume, put him in a wig, you golden, right? It's 100%.
He's literally already dressed up as his father's doctor for Halloween, and he looks perfect.
Yeah. Come on, 60th anniversary. You gotta go big. Do it.
I dressed up as my father's doctor, and I get weird looks. He does it, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, it's so cool."
Same thing about, I'm on the same level, man, because I don't understand it. When older women date people 10 years younger than them, they're called cougars, but when I do it, I'm called a pedophile.
Well, again, there's a cut-off line, generally speaking, right?
Yeah, is this age of consent?
If you take your girlfriend out for ice cream, it might not be appropriate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We are on to our main topic. We are all here for a reason, and it's not just simp over the companions. Even though I say Dan is the sexiest, okay? You're all wrong.
If you're Calvinista, he agrees with you.
Yeah. Yeah. We are here to talk about the second story of The War Doctor Begins. Lion Hearts.
Yes.
Who would like to start?
Name. Yeah, I'll go.
Given the race that's featured in it, it's very fitting.
It's so good.
It's totally excellent. I think The War Doctor Begins owes a lot to Louise Jameson, because Jonathan Carey's taken on the War Doctor role, and he's brilliant, right? You cannot tell that's not John Hurt. I'm sorry.
I can't tell.
Exactly.
It literally feels like I got John Hurt.
Much like with Chibnall and Dante, it's the same person. John Hurt didn't actually die.
Yeah,
He's
John
just going
Hurt
under a
and
pseudonym.
Just like Jimi Hendrix didn't die either. He's just living in Las Vegas.
If he wasn't dead then, he's probably dead now. Yeah,
Well,
lots of heroin will normally do that to you. Fun though it may be, kids. What was I going to say? So Jonathan Gay. So she spent a day with him, like workshopping basically teaching him how to act, taking him from an impersonator into an actor, right? And she's the director of the box sets. It's excellent. It's a really, really clever one. This is the one with the lion race from
the Farrells.
Farrells,
yeah,
Farrells.
and
who were in the last of the E-Space stories for the Fourth Doctor, and the departure of Romana too.
By the way, don't do drugs, kids. But if you do smoke lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of weed, like just a lot of it, right? And then you watch Warriors Gate, you'll probably have a good evening. Don't do drugs, kids, because they're awesome.
They're awesome. Yeah, so like this one was good. You know, like some of the best moments in this for me were, I think I've talked about this before, was how it relates back to what the Doctor said in the 50th anniversary, like you were the Doctor when it was impossible to be the Doctor. And this, he did the impossible of basically going like, you know what? I can't save them, but I'm going to anyways.
Yeah, gonna make it look like I'm gonna have to put them out of their misery.
He literally almost didn't do it, but he had to make sure that the High Council believed he didn't. It was weird, man. It was really good. I think this is like this is the one where we get to see the Doctor be the Doctor when it was impossible to be the Doctor.
Yeah, because with the War Doctor, he's always treated as, you're the one who forsake our name. You broke the promise. You're not the Doctor. Even he says himself, stop calling me that. But you still see there's aspects of the Doctor still there, despite the fact he's like,
he's still
don't call me that. Yeah.
Although
I'm against that.
The one thing I would really like to see from this range is him actually doing stuff that makes him feel that way about himself, right? They're like actually have those impossible choices, and you don't get the easy answers. One of the things that really disappointed me is the Zygon invasion, Zygon inversion, right? Which was a really clever story, right? Basically, it's talking about ISIS living in the Western world. It was a big thing back then, right? And then they kind of copped out towards the end. The ending was that, like, we understand it's better to be nice. No! They should have had Capaldi have to come up against an adversary that was implacably evil, right? Just would not bend in any way, shape, or form. That would be much more accurate to the situation they were commenting on. I'm still waiting for this War Doctor to do something that they actually feels all this self-recrimination over.
Yeah. Well, I feel like because this is a prequel, we're not going to get that yet. I have yet to listen to the actual War Doctor series, the main series, so I feel like that would delve more into the whole, like, he's not the Doctor anymore. He's
not really.
Not really. No.
Here's what I'm going to say. That's the main criticism I saw for this episode. You're telling me this is the War Doctor, and yet he's just doing what the Doctor would do. He's not pushing himself to the limits in which he's supposed to be different. At the same time, this is his first adventure aside from, hey, I just regenerated and this is my story now.
Well, I mean, it still plays out to, like, it still makes sense that he's not doing War Doctor-ish as we thought he would. He's still doing the Doctor stuff because even in the 50th anniversary, the end of his character, he still is doing what the Doctor would do, trying to find a different way. And then in this, it's like he's still trying to be the Doctor, which I understand. But in this, he's more of a soldier. He's more willing to do things that I would say the Doctor would think twice on, where he would just do instantly.
So the second box set is a lot more like that, I would say. But the first one, you're being introduced to the world, and also the Big Finish was scared with this one, right? Because they just didn't know if it would sell.
This is amazing.
I think it's the best thing that they're putting out right now. I'm just listening to the Peter Davison 41, and it's. I was hoping it would be a return to form, but it really. The Sidemen story is okay. The Ice Warrior 1 and 1 episode in. Big Finish has a big problem right now with female characters. They're all flat. They're all two-dimensional. None of them. They're all perfect. None of them make any mistakes, and they're all lesbians from the future. Like every one of them. Right, and it's just boring. I over and over again. In the second box set, you have Tamasan, who is a recurring character. Was it Commander Tamasan and another commander, and they're exactly the same. Venklin, right? Venklin. They're exactly the same character. It's so boring, right? So that's really the problem Big Finish have right now. And also, listen, I have to say, if you want to have some kind of social commentary in your book, which there isn't in this first War Doctor set, well, if you want to do it, you've got to be skilled and understand normal human beings, which I don't think the people they have writing it do, right? If you want to have a commentary on sexual politics, you need to understand that the vast majority of the world are heterosexual and like being married, right? That's the normative state for human beings to bond together. So, Sontoran said, we pair bond, like we do. That's a normative state, and I understand that's not normative. They don't want to say that's normative in the entertainment industry, but we're getting just subpar releases over and over again by it, and I think they're losing customer base. But this one, if you want to check out Big Finish, War Doctor Begins. In fact, War Doctor, I think.
If they want to do something that's like different for each character, make them so they're not just so-called normal. Look, just fucking watch any Wes Anderson film. Every character's unique. They've got their own quirk.
Stop.
Right.
Do you not like Wes Anderson?
I hate Wes Anderson.
And that's how I know you don't like good art.
I don't think just flat delivery and pastel colors make everything great. I'm sorry.
Then you're missing out on the story. You're missing out on the story if that's what you think.
If you like Wes Anderson, you got to check out the fantastic Mr. Fox Blu-ray release, because they have George Clooney, who I think is a bit of a douchebag, and Bill Murray and all that, but they act out all the lines in front of a hand, and then they use that as a guide for the animation. Oh, that stuff's brilliant. Okay, I really like it.
I'll admit I haven't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm just talking about the Wes Anderson that have been live action, the films that I've seen.
What ones have you seen?
I saw Grand Budapest Hotel, Moonrise.
And you didn't wait. I'll just say this is how I know you're wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 or 5 Oscars can.
Okay, that's not an argument. That's not the Oscars.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God! Golden Globes happened this week, and nobody noticed. Okay, the
Oscars. Golden Globes are different.
Irrelevant now.
Golden Globes are different than the Oscars. Golden Globes actually get bought out by
a movie that nobody watched called Nomadland. Won. What was it? Best Picture? Just
by
last
Chloe
year.
Zhao?
Okay, but listen, if you want to check out Wes Anderson and see what trying to get into what he's trying to say, The Royal Tenenbaums is the movie.
Yes, that is my favorite one.
And then follow that up with Rushmore. Those two explain who he is.
Rushmore,
and if you don't like it, it's
Royal
fine.
Tenenbaums.
Yeah, no, I just
his new one, The French Dispatch. Oh,
I haven't seen that yet. Oh,
it's fantastic. Good? It's fantastic.
Okay.
I can't imagine that turning out well for Big Finish, though, because even watching it, if I just listened to a Wes Anderson film, it would be even worse.
Oh, God, yeah. No, that would be terrible.
Well, what I'm saying is his characters are all different. Like, they all have their own tick and quirk. That's
Oh, by the way, if you like characters in Doctor Who, best Doctor Who being produced right now, hands down. Not even close. I discovered this about 6 months ago. This thing, right? Season 13 and season 12. This guy, he has a YouTube channel, Dr. Alex. he does it as a book on tape, and they're really good. So this is the second book he did. The first one is like a Capaldi season, which acknowledges the Jodie Doctor and then just gets rid of it in a brilliant way, right? An absolutely brilliant way. And you have a standard season of like 12, 13 episodes with an overarching arc, and he gets the character voices perfectly, right? So the second book he's doing right now, season 13, is he set himself the same task as Chibnall had in Flux. So this is one seamless narrative that goes on for the whole thing, and with lots of characters, right? And they're all, this is why I bring up, they're all distinct characters that you don't feel anyone's being left in a sight. In fact, this whole nonsense that they say, oh, there's too many characters in the TARDIS for the Chibnall years. Excuse me. By Rusty Davies, we had Captain Jack, Mickey,
Sarah Jane,
Rose,
Martha, Donna.
But we had them all flying the TARDIS together at one point, and nobody felt sidelined, right? No, why? Because Russell T Davies is a competent writer. He's actually
even with Jackie there, and the Doctor's like, no,
and Jackie's brilliant. Give me more Jackie. I freaking love Jackie.
You know, I'm watching Doctor Who with my roommate, and we were getting through season 1. And every time Jackie is on the screen, he goes, fucking kill her. I was like, what? And he goes, fucking kill her. I hate her. I was like, how do you hate her? He goes, she's so annoying.
By the way, if we're comparing, if we're going back to Mills territory, I'd rather Jackie over River Song any day. Yeah, it is pretty out there.
Well, that's a stretch.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there, man.
Really? Jackie knows like she knows to go to dirty places. Okay. River Song looks like she's got too much self-respect.
Did you see her? I mean, it's not a good episode, but did you see her in Love and Monsters? You know,
I love Love and Monsters. I freaking love and Monsters. Okay, I do. I like weird stuff.
It's unlike another terrible episode, Orphan 55. It's self-aware. It's self-aware of itself.
Yeah,
it's not good, but it's self-aware
I actually met someone the other day who thought Orphan 55 was a fantastic episode. I was like,
they don't exist.
I was like, okay.
You did not meet
Don't look at me. Wow. Don't look at me when you say that, because I hate that episode. It's not me.
Orphan 55 is the episode where I would have stopped watching Doctor Who had I not had a YouTube channel. I needed to cover it. That's the episode. That one broke me. That was just so bad.
I forgot to tell you guys the end of Flux. What my dad texted me.
What'd he say?
Okay, you're gonna have to fit this in, and throw it in there, and then we'll round it back to the review.
So every episode, my father would text me, like he would be like, "Oh, I love it," or like that was okay, but still not bad. A Flux, the finale. This is how I know he didn't like it. He didn't text me.
Wow.
Oh. Wow.
Well, the finale
was want to tell you your thoughts. You would just know.
I ended up calling him and asking him. Yep, he didn't like it.
Well, again, they dropped all these plot points. Like the universe was destroyed and nobody noticed. Like the Earth was surrounded by dog spaceships. Or
as Dan, as we can quote Dan and Eve of the Daleks, she saved the universe. 10 minutes later, the universe was destroyed.
Like, which is it?
Which is it?
I don't know how much of the galaxy is left, because from the sounds of it, only Earth was remaining.
Well, that was the problem. That's the problem with the Flux.
They were saying,
and we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, like the Flux. When we first see the Flux, it's like, oh, it's just destroying literally everything, and then when we see it again, it's just, oh, it just destroys the planets, but they're still there. They're just ravaged.
Right. It just beats up Bill. It's a nuclear bomb now. Like what? I don't understand.
Yeah, it doesn't consume the planet. It just ravages it. That's it. It's
right.
like, oh, you can't keep it consistent.
Oh man, and like how they got rid of Swarm and Azure, who are really good characters. I wanted more. Yeah, I mean they were great. Like what the hell? But then they go, oh no, you're done. Now time is going to kill you. What time? The planet time, the person time, at the temple. It's all garbage. The moray. How have we never heard of the moray before? And suddenly the Doctor knows exactly what they are.
That's moray.
It's a moray.
It's the sky like a big pizza pie. That's a
moray.
All right, so let's get back to War Doctor.
Yes.
All right, Pixel, you can go ahead.
Overall, I think this was an excellent episode. We got something like we got in the first episode of the Ninth Doctor, where the story is retold to us rather than the story actually coming through at the time, except with the end, because that's when the Doctor reveals, "You thought I was going to kill them all? No! But you aren't going to tell them that." And I think that how they did it, the performances, the characters, I wish I could remember the episode, like the actual episode that Bartok is from, because Byrock, yes, sorry,
Byrock, yeah,
he's from, because I think it was portrayed just as he was portrayed, but I'd have to check to be sure. But overall, I'm really happy with the episode. I don't. Are we going into rankings, like how we rate?
Ratings?
Let's go to ratings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm.
Shall we go with our special guest? So usually we rate them out of 10.
All right.
You know?
Unless you're Chris,
Shush, that was a mistake. I forgot that, but yeah, we rank it out of 10. So what would you rank Lionheart's out of 10?
I'll give it a solid 8. It's a good story. It's a good, solid story. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah.
Pixel.
Okay. I'm going to agree. I think I gave the last episode, the first episode, an 8 too. But I'd have to agree. I think this still continues on. I really enjoy the performances and the plot, and I'm looking forward to going into episode 3. Jimmy.
I'm probably gonna have to give it a 8.5. I really like this episode because it like I told you before, it really shows the Doctor like he's gonna do everything, even when you don't realize it. He will still be the Doctor. I fucking love it. So that, Chris.
Me, yep. Let's make it 4 8s. I'm giving it an 8. Well, I still like the previous one. I gave it 10. I think that's the bar that every other series has to try and cross. I think the first story was just amazing. It captured me in it. I absolutely loved it. Probably the best I've heard of Big Finish so far. It's very limited, but of what I've heard so far, absolutely loved it. Lionheart's still good. I really enjoyed it. I was really engaged. I really liked the story. And yeah, definitely. If you haven't checked out War Doctor Begins, all of it. Awesome.
I think the first box set, the John Hurt one, was just on sale. I don't know if it still is, but it's
yeah, it was because I bought it. I'm gonna go somewhat chronologically. So Begins, then War Doctor. I thought I'll just buy it so I just have it ready.
Oh, dude, no! You know what? You should really, because they made that one first. You can listen to it out of continuity. And that first box set is the best, by far the best out of the John Hurt.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely listen to it now.
Right now, he's going to stop.
Wait till we abandon us. How about that? Yeah. That doesn't make for great entertainment.
All right.
So I think we'll end it here. Thank you to our guest, Zvi Lebekin.
Thank you for having me. Listen, go to my channel, The Rabbi from Another Planet. I got an awesome Substack. I just launched. I do a comic strip called The Ice Warriors. We drop those every Sunday. It's kind of like the Dalek strips from the 60s or the Cyberman.
I've read some of them. They're good.
Oh, cool.
They're really good.
Thank you. So yeah, and it's free. Sign up for that. I have a paid one, but you know, if you want to get the paid one, I'm not going to stop you, baby. Okay, but you help yourself to the free one. And come to my channel, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And why, guys, anytime you want to come on, feel free.
Awesome.
I'm happy to have anybody on anytime.
You sent me that link that one time, but I was like, dude, that was like 7 a.m. I slept through that.
I'm sorry. When was that? That was for the Dalek?
It was. No. That was. I want to say. month and a half ago.
Whatever. I can't remember what was going on. Something was happening. Well, I thought it would be interesting.
I think it was actually the start of Flux. I think.
Could be.
So thank you everyone for watching our latest episode of Mad Men with a Box. As always, you can check out everyone, especially our special guests. Link in the descriptions for our respective channels, everything, whatever. Go check out my latest review of He Jests at Scars, part of Doctor Who Unbound.
That's a great... Okay, can you give me a spoiler? Did you like it or not?
I did like it.
I liked it too. It's a clever...
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for kind of what if stories. So that was one I definitely wanted to check out.
Yeah, it's good.
Like what Doctor Who Unbound was. Like, okay, that's got me. That's going to be the one I'm going to listen to. Because we, as a group, we're going to be listening to Exile and talking about that one.
Yeah, when are we doing that?
The first true female Doctor.
Technically the first.
That one. It's not bad. That was not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah.
That's already a head start. It's not bad as a head start.
Exactly.
All good. Yep. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.